Happy Friday, everybody! Welcome to reading. As usual, on Fridays, we are writing a letter to our teacher. And I wanted to just remind you of a few things before we get started. Okay, so first person, as we remember, is when the character is telling the story. You're going to see a lot of words like I, me, and my. Most of the time, the character is going to say things like I did blah, 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 blah. I said blah, 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 blah. Whatever it is they did, they're going to tell it to you using I, me, and my. When it's third person, if your book is written in third person, there's going to be a narrator that's telling the story. Mostly you're going to hear things like he, she, him, or her. You might even hear their name repeated over and over and over again. If there's talking, yes, you might see like I love it or something like that, but right after you're going to see something like she said. Again, this is telling me that the narrator is telling the story. So today I have a very fun book. It's going to be very quick, and after I read, I'm going to show you guys how I write my letter and how I use what I know to answer, okay? So today I'm reading this funny book called Santa's Underwear. I love it. Ready? It goes like this. It was Christmas Eve and time to get ready. Santa shined his belt buckle and polished his best black boots. He ate a healthy dinner to give him energy for the busy night ahead. As Santa munched on his whole wheat bread, visions of delicious sweets danced in his head. Tonight, children would leave tasty treats by their Christmas trees, just for him. He brushed his teeth, then scrub-a-dub-dubbed in the tub. After blow-drying his hair, Santa combed his silky beard until it shined like the new fallen snow. Wrapped in his favorite robe, he admired how jolly he looked in the mirror. The hour had come to put on his special Christmas clothes. Santa pulled open the underwear drawer in his dresser. He poked around. Where were his long red woolly undies? Even though they were old, faded, and saggy, he always wore them under his suit on this special night. Santa looked through the rest of the drawers, checked the dirty clothes hamper, and peeked under the bed. But all he found there was one white sock, a dusty rubber reindeer toy, and 2 sticky candy canes. No red undies. Santa sighed. I guess this year I'll just have to wear something else. He tried on the pink boxers and t-shirt Mrs. Claus had given him last Valentine's Day. You can see the hearts and the little, the Cupid and I love you. Then, oh wait, there's a bottom part here. Let's see if I can get rid of this. Too many hearts and cutesy cupids, he said. Then he buttoned up the green long johns he wore every St. Patrick's Day. These shamrocks aren't Christmassy at all. His Easter briefs covered in pictures of dancing jelly beans made Santa ask, "What was I thinking?" The tighty-whities and undershirt he'd bought for Thanksgiving were now a little too tight and uncomfortable. I don't know how to get this thing down. Oh, there we go. Well, he did eat a lot of pumpkin pie that day. His boring, regular underwear just wasn't right for tonight. What was he to do? Wear no underpants at all on Christmas Eve? That certainly would make him shiver and quiver out in the cold. Brrr! Santa threw up his hands in despair. The clock was tick-tocking. Children all over the world were expecting their presents. There was no time to waste. He would just have to wear those silly shamrock long johns. At least they were green. And warm. Santa sighed as he opened the closet door to get his Santa suit. And there, on the hanger, right in front of him, tied in a bow, were brand new Christmas undies. They were just like the old ones, but not saggy. Their color was almost as bright as Rudolph's nose. A card tied to the front read, "Dear Santa, use this woolly gift tonight. Last Christmas, we couldn't help but notice that you really needed some new undies. Warm wishes, Rudolph and the reindeer crew. Oh, oh, oh! Decked out in a holiday red, Santa admired how twinkly his eyes looked in the mirror. He finished dressing, plopping on his hat, and raced out the door. As Santa hopped into his sleigh and rose out of sight, you could hear him exclaiming, "Thank you, Rudolph, Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, and Vixen. Thanks to Comet, Cupid, Donner, and Blitzen. Now, let's get the show on the road. We've got a job to do. Merry Christmas to you." And that's the end of the story. Okay, guys, so in my assignment on Seesaw, I'm going to go ahead and click Add Response. And now I need to write who is my letter to. Dear, and I'll put Mrs. Davis this time. Dear Mrs. Davis, right? Because if your teacher's Mrs. Davis, that's what you write. Dear Mrs. Davis, comma. I read the book. What book did I read? I read Santa's Underwear. Ready? Santa's Underwear. Okay. Now I have to decide, was the book written in first person or third person? And if you notice, this time it also asks you to say, how do you know? What words were clues to tell you that it was first or third person? So let me go back to my book and let me see. What did I see? Did I see mostly I, me, and my? Or did I see a lot of he or his or his name, right? So let's see. It was Christmas Eve and time to get ready. Santa shined his belt buckle and polished his best black boots. So far I see name and his. Let's see. And it says he ate a healthy dinner to give him energy for the busy night ahead. I see a lot of he, Santa, and his. I do not see any I, me, or my. So that tells me that my book is written in third person. So I'm going to write third person. I know this because I saw the words he, his, and Santa. Those were the clues that told me. Remember, if it's third person, it's going to say things like he, him, their name, right? Santa. I did not see I, me, and my, so that means it's not first person. It's third person. All right, now I have to say the book is in the perspective of the character. So who was my main character that we got to follow the whole time and really we saw through their perspective?
Underwear.
Well, Santa, he's my main character. Everything that happens is about him and what he does and thinks and feels. So I'm going to make sure to write Santa. That is the character that this book is written in. They're his perspective. And then I have to say who it's from. From Daniela. That's my first name. Okay, so now I'm ready to turn it in. I can click the green check mark and I am done. You guys now are going to do the same thing. Read for 20 minutes, use your book, and then be an investigator. Go find. Do you see I, me, and my over and over and over again? Or do you see more he, she, her, him, or your character's name over and over and over again? Those are going to be clues to know, is it first person, I, me, my, or third person, he, she, him, name. Okay, so go ahead and try it out. I can't wait to see what books you're reading and who's talking.